Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live for Friday, December 27th, 2024. Sunny day here in Philadelphia. Feeling good. Getting that vitamin D, getting those sun rays. It gets the mood going way up. So we feeling good today. How you guys out there doing? Thank you for joining me this morning. What's up to everyone who's in the office today? If you're in the office today, how's it going? We say big shout out to you. If we got who else we might have in the building today? We're working from home today. We got those at-home workers, the remote workers. You listening today? Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the members coming in. You guys show so much love. I appreciate it. Joining me here in the morning during work hours. I appreciate it. Let's see who we got in the chat today. We got Doc, of course. We got Doc here. We got Dan sharing some news that Jeff has a video we're going to check out, so we're going to do that. But let's give a shout out to all the members today. We got Doc in the building. We got CJ. Let's get the air horns going. We got Doc, CJ. Still haven't seen Scott. We looking for him. Looking for Scott. So if you guys see Scott, let him know I'm looking for him. Dan in the building. We got who else? I saw Loud down here as well. We also got Max in here. Let's get the air horns going. Good morning, you guys. I appreciate you joining me today. In the morning for some eInk news. Dr. Ling in the building. How's it going? We got who else we got here? We got Brian in the building today. How's it going, Brian? Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Mike, Mr. Media. All right. I thank you guys for joining me today. And getting in the chat early. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, and we got Jay here. Can't forget my guy Jay. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't see it. We got to check it out. We're going to check out. That's what we're going to do today. We're checking out YouTube today. Mr. Mike says you should have ordered day one. Yes, you did. You should have. I was telling you guys, I was like, listen, if you don't get it day one. Oh, I just saw myself and I'm like, I'm looking weird today. I looked at myself like, whoa, bro, do something. Oh boy. And like Clark Kent, we're better. We're better. Yeah, I was telling you guys, you should have ordered day one. I knew it was going to be a shortage. Like if you don't get it day one, gotta clean these glasses. If you don't get it day one, it's going to be a shortage. I knew it was going to happen. The Nomad taught me a lesson. It taught me a really good lesson. Hey, it happens to the best of us, Jay. I mean, Mr. Mike. It happens to the best of us. Oh, and you know what? Now I know what to call Mr. Media now. As I learn names. And I'm gonna switch it up, Mr. Media. You're gonna be airing now. I've watched a few of your videos. And unless Mr. Media is your chat name, and then just let me know. just let me know how that works out. We can use whatever. It's okay. I want to look at the Supernote video today. Supernote released a teardown video, so I want to look at that. Prescription Clark Ratta. Dude, I need to get prescriptions put in these. I actually do need glasses. I just refuse to get any. And I told myself, if I get glasses, it's going to be like this. This is like encouraging me to go ahead and get the prescription lenses that I need. I've been denying myself good vision for years. Because I've been solely against glasses until now. I mean, shades is one thing. Going outside just to look cool, but just to have on. Yeah, I'm digging it right now. All right, Aaron, I appreciate that. Some people, you don't know. Some people don't know. We'll still call you Mr. Media from time to time, just to harken back to the old days. LASIK is better than glasses. You're probably right about that. But they won't even consider me for LASIK until my vision hasn't declined for a number of years, and right now it's declining on a yearly basis. So until that decline stops, they won't even consider me for LASIK. I like them. Yeah, I'm digging them. I'm digging them. Mr. Mike says, "Oh my God, Voya released an in-depth review of the Pen Star 5 hours ago. He better not like it. Oh my goodness. All right, listen. All right, we got a lot of pent-up aggression right now. We got to get over the. You know what? Let's skip the pleasantries. We're gonna skip the pleasantries today. We're going right over to YouTube. You guys have just you ruined my whole intro. I had a decadent intro planned. Things were going to happen. It seems as though we got to get over to YouTube. It looks like we got to do it. For the sake of sanity, we got to get over to YouTube. Let's do it. You guys want YouTube? Let's do it. Who should we get at first, though? There's a couple things I want to get at. I want to get to Jeff's battery video. I definitely want to get to Voya's takedown of Pen Star if that's what's happening. I don't really know. Oh boy. Oh, his thumbnail in-depth review and guide would have been great a few years ago. Okay. Listen, that's fair. That is totally fair. This right here, hold on, this right here. Oh boy, it started. Okay. Oh, stop moving. That's a fair, like, assessment there to me. Can we see this, chat? Okay. That's a fair assessment to me. I think that's okay. Would have been great a few years ago. Yeah. Without a doubt. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I even said that in my review. It some aspects of it look dated. It was the screen, right? The screen was the same screen that was in the Remarkable 1. Or the 2, which was released 5 years ago at this point almost. I complained about the design of the side there. I mean, I agree with him. We're gonna look. Let's look at it. It's an hour long, so we're gonna pick bits and pieces, chat. We're gonna pick bits and pieces. Now, if there's a section you guys want to see above anything else, let me know, and we'll try to skip around. But we're gonna skip around a bit on this one. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, here we go.
Hello, my name is Voya, and welcome to my guide.
Let's see what we got in the chapters first here. We got at a glance. We got the specs. We already know the specs. Design and build quality. Let's check that out.
I like the fact that the frame around the.
Listen, all right. Let me say this up first. Let me get my points out here before we watch this. My takeaways were it's the best screen as far as background brightness goes. Fast back pedal, whatever. it's got the brightest background for a screen. The input is phenomenal because you don't have to worry about palm rejection when writing. It's a careless feeling that you have when you're using this device because that's something you don't have to worry about. It's almost you have to retrain your brain almost. What else? I think yesterday I mentioned how I liked their thinking about how they designed some of the aspects of the software, like putting the hearts instead of stars. To me, that says a lot. To me, that says a whole lot about who's designing the thing. What else was good about it? I liked it. The design of it was I liked the design of it. It could have been. I just didn't like the dated look. The design I had no problem with. The design to me actually looked really good. I really did like the design. I remember yesterday saying that the screen was. I remember saying it was trash, but then I kind of like backtracked on that a little bit and was like, okay, it's not trash. It's just out of the ones I tested, it's the worst of the ones I tested. Totally usable, totally okay, but out of the ones I tested, the worst. The glare was bad. The writing surface was inconsistent. But it had the best contrast, so I liked reading on it. I liked writing on it because I liked the way the ink looked on it. So those were my takeaways. And I think my thumbnail said a really good first attempt. Jay said there's a guy in the comments in the vid who is like, yeah, well, the Penstar Pro is going to be upgraded and way better. And Voya is like, oh, well, that doesn't exist yet. Well, yeah, good point. I would almost argue why bring something up that doesn't exist? I put in my vote for a keyboard case for the Penstar again, though. Yeah, I made that recommendation to Penstar I'm like that would be an awesome problem or awesome solution that would solve a lot of problems with that particular device, especially who it seems to be marketed to, which is business execs, people like that. But I love that. Like I said, I like to read on it because the contrast is so good. without color, without the digitizer layer, without the not digitizer, without the Wacom layer, without a front light, it made things look really good. I can't lie. It made things look and to me, nothing beats it for screen contrast and the way the ink looks on the screen as far as the contrast goes. It was a really good first attempt. Like my thumbnail said, really good first attempt in my opinion. They had some work to do, but as far as a first attempt, to me, it was really good. All right, let's take a look.
The screen is matching or trying to match the color or the gray.
Okay, and notice that glare that I was talking about. That was one of my biggest issues on the screen was the glare.
Grayness of the screen. So I think that overall it's a nice design. It feels good-ish.
Right, just what I just said. The design was good. It just looked dated. Good design, felt good, just looked dated.
The build quality, I think, is nice. There's nothing creaking or cracking when it's a plastic device. That's something that you gotta kind of take a look at. Then,
well, it's a plastic device, but it has a metal back. So that back that's on it is actually metal.
When it's a thin and a plastic device, you take a look at the straightness, and this one is fairly straight, or basically perfectly straight on both sides. It does feel a bit heavier than what I would expect from a plastic device like this.
Yeah, it's because of that metal. It actually does have a metal back, which does weigh it down a bit. It feels plastic because of the texture they have on it, but it's actually metal.
Especially with the thinner edges. The weight is distributed somewhere around here mostly. So if you hold it in this hand, you will feel the weight kind of tugging a little bit more on this side, whereas when you hold it here, you feel less of a weight actually tugging on this side. If I try to use it like this, I have a problem with weight distribution where, again, the weight seems to be in this area of the device here, and then it's really, really kind of thugging. And while the design is really good for this type of operations...
What?
Okay. That weight really, really pushes, and then it forces me to kind of hold the device in a different way where I have to brace the device from the back here and then operate it this way. So the ergonomics, I think, are a missed opportunity here because of the weight distribution. And
in my opinion, there's nothing they could do about that. There's nothing they could do about the weight distribution of that device. They have to have that heavy bottom part right there. The buttons almost have to be in that location. Could you imagine them anywhere else? They have to be there. Their choices for how they're building the device is dictating a lot of how it's going to look. Let's go to the chat real quick. We got I've used the Penstar for something. Aaron says I've used the Penstar for something I would keep on my desk to just take notes at work for meetings. It works great. Yeah, that's what That's what my thought is for the Penstar. It's great for that. And it has a lot of functionality that lends well to that kind of use case. All says Penstar. Yeah. All right, so everybody's not a Penstar hater. I actually like the device for what they did to it. And like I said, some of the design choices leads me to believe that when they get going, you know what I'm saying? Like when they really get going, yeah, I think they're gonna have something special. There's a guy on. We already got there. All right, so we're caught up.
Challenging with and the layout of the device. On one hand, this can lend its
Mr. Mike says it's a great option for people with lots of kids playing with their stuff, except getting cookie crumbs in the buttons. Yeah. Well, what do you know, Dan? What do you tell me what you know, Dan?
itself to be really, really good because the buttons are easy to reach with both fingers from either side when you're holding it like this. Unfortunately, the tugging of the weight from the top corner here makes it fairly uncomfortable to actually use it like this, and it's tiring. So the ergonomics,
I'm just trying to think of what use case I would use it in that fashion. Never mind. Landscape, PDFs.
think that they are fully thought out or tested out. I do like these edges here. That makes it very easy to pick up the device, and it's okay to kind of...
And you know what's funny, chat? Though this device has a blunted end just like the Manta, it's something about how Penstar did it that doesn't bother me. It's something about how they did it that actually made me like how they did it. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. They both have blunt edges. Let's take a look at this. Now I'm curious. Whoa. It clouded off on me. My camera cut off on me. Ah. All right, let's try to bring this up here.
Hello there. Welcome to the second part in what I expect to be a three-part.
Oh, let's get back over here. Oh my goodness. I had a few videos queued up. All right, here we go. Let's go back here.
Then we can go to clear. However, in the reader is a grill on the side where we have the speaker is here, and then you have a 4 here. That makes it very easy to pick up the device, and it's okay to kind of hold it in your hand. The build quality, as I said, it's really good. The fittings are nice, and yeah, there's precision is good. It's just that the ergonomics of it for prolonged use are a little bit on the fiddly side. Layout of the device, we have a flat panel screen on top. We have these 8 physical buttons. So we have 4 programmable upper, 4 programmable lower buttons, and a back/refresh button, which is not programmable.
Yeah, so what is this? I know the N10 is basically the E Note. But what do we know about a N10 Pro? I haven't seen that or heard that. That's something I haven't seen yet. I wanted to talk about this bezeled side though, on the E Note. And I'm trying to figure out why it doesn't bother me as much as the blunted end on the Manta here. And I think I see, and I think I know why. Okay. I think I know why. All right. I think I see why. Let me see if I can change this. There's a link to the Pro on Goody Reader. We need a Discord so we can send links. Yes, we do. We're getting that too. I should have this Reddit thing situated by next week, and I'll set up the Discord as well. Well, I have not even seen that. I have not even seen the Pro. Wow. Let me try this again. Sorry, you guys, having a problem with the top-down camera. And I wanted to show the issue I had with the beveling. Let's see if I can fix that here. Go on, love it. Well, I won't be able to show that. I must see. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can get this top-down camera taken care of. Okay. All right. All right. So, my bad, you guys. So, what I was trying to say was the beveled, the blunted end here, and this is what I think why it bothers me so much. This end here, can we see this? I think you guys can see that. This end here is just totally flat. You see what I'm saying? It's just a totally flat end here. I like that as opposed to how this is like curved at the edge here. And I think that's why it bothers me so much. I think this looks a lot cleaner. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, it just looks cleaner when it doesn't have that, like, that curve to the edge there. I don't know. That's my gripe right there. With the blunted end on the Manta, is that it doesn't look clean. It just, I don't know. It just definitely does not look as clean as what the Penstar does on that front. All right, let's go back to this video here.
Programmable. On the front, you also have this grill on the side where we have the speaker is here, and then you have a 4 microphone array arranged across the surface here. On the side, we have these 2 little notches which are used for slotting in the half cover. On the top,
He said you still think it's trash.
power button, not with the fingerprint reader or anything. It's a plastic power button as well. Nothing on the side, nothing on the other side, and on the bottom, nothing except the USB-C connectivity port. On the back, it's a fairly clean array. I think it looks nice. You just have the logo, Mambo Jumbo here, and that's that. It doesn't have anti-skid pads, but the surface is such that it doesn't really slip and slide as much as an all-aluminum alloy type of device like Note Air 4C or any Note.
And that's because the plastic sides right here, so it doesn't slide as much because of these sides here. I have these pads on mine, but the sides here, this is plastic. The back here is metal, but everything surrounding it, like this small edge right here, is plastic. This is all plastic, and it's a lip, so it sits out a little bit further than the metal back. So when you sit the device down, you're basically you're not sitting it on the back, you're sitting it on this little plastic lip that's surrounding the metal back. So that plastic is coated a bit. It's got a soft coating on it. So that stops the device from really sliding and slipping like a metal device would. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Image quality. Let's take a look at this. This is where I thought the device excelled.
Here, image quality and clarity is okay at best on the eNote Pen Star. So here I have a standard document that I use on all other units, and considering that the main point of removing the touch layer of the screen was to create for a superior reading experience, I don't see it. I'm really not seeing it. I can't really characterize this. This is not bad by any means, but it's nothing exceptional either. For example, this doesn't come even close to the image quality, clarity, and contrast that you can find on the Boox Go 10.3.
The Boox 10.3 is definitely an anomaly. But the beauty of this system right here is just like the Go 10.3, you can change those settings. You can make the text darker and bolder if you want. Those are options that are available to you. It doesn't come that bold, but you can certainly make it bigger, bolder, more contrasty. You can reflow it. Like there's lots of options you have in this reader app that they have.
That is the current standard of comparisons, because that is also a non-front lit monochromatic 10.3 inch e-ink device. So it's a direct point of comparison. And if you are making such a bold move of removing the touch functionality and adding the physical buttons and kind of changing the whole layout and design, and this is one of your main selling points, I don't really understand why this device was not coupled with an HD Ratta 1300 300 ppi screen. That being said, the image...
This thing came out long before the Ratta 1300 was even available, I think. So I mean, I don't think this was an option for them. This thing didn't just come out. This thing has been out in Japan or I think maybe China for a while. So you know what I mean? It's not a new device. It's been out for a little bit.
Quality.
But I still agree though. The Ratta, this ain't even a Ratta 1200 display. I think it's a Ratta 1100. It's a Ratta HD. So I think that's a Ratta 1100. So this is a Ratta 1100 display. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's an older display. They worked with it well though, in my opinion. It doesn't come out of the box looking great, but you can customize it.
It is okay.
And their tools for customization are great as far as simplicity and not being overly complicated.
But it is lacking. Thankfully, you do have the options of adjusting the image quality. So you do have some control levels, and you do have the option to adjust the contrast. You also have the fit width option.
See what I'm saying? Like when you have options like that, it's hard to complain about it not looking as dark as you want it to out of the box when you have the ability to do it yourself. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's hard to complain and make that a negative of a device when you can do something about it. I could see if there was nothing you could do about it, like it is what it is, then it's a negative because there's nothing you could do. But if you could change it and make it better, it's like, I don't know.
Or the fit screen or the paper option, I can zoom. But considering that this is not a touch-enabled device, there's no pinch to zoom functionality. If you want.
That was my biggest gripe right there.
Want to zoom, you gotta zoom in this way, and that's not really it also feels extremely odd. Also, the zooming goes all the way to 1500%, and it's just kind of strange. This is just one section of the user interface of the OS, and to me this feels like a proof of concept type of an OS, not functionality wise, but user interface wise, because it's so basic and so
Whoa. This and the car and the Go 10.3 do not have the same display. Jay, can we confirm that? Because I have it on good knowledge that this display is a Carter 1100 display, not a Carter 1200. I think the Go 10.3 is a Carter 1200 display. Yeah, and you're right. They could not do a Carter 1300 display for this because it just wasn't out yet, or it wasn't commercially available. Maybe you can use 2 pins. No.
bland, and it has zero identity.
Let's go up to the chat. We got a couple of chats up here that I have missed. Dan says it has 4 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Rest buttons all the same. Jay, apparently it's $419, which is still a pretty good deal. Mr. Mike says Android 14 too. No. Wait, what are we talking about here? Oh, the Pro. Oh, you guys are talking about the Pro stats. You know what? Let's pause this and take a look at the Pro real quick because I'm tired of not knowing what you guys are talking about. What? Anybody know? Let's find out when this thing came out. eNote device that you might be tempted to believe is the Hanvan N10, but is being sold at Amazon under Pinstar brand name. It has the same basic looks, which includes a left ledge that hosts several buttons. The ledger is done up in gray, which makes a nice contrast against the overall white that the rest of the device sports on the front. On the other side, you have the same gray color scheme. It doesn't look any different to me. Matter of fact, it looks thicker. Is that just me? If this is what their new device is, I'm disappointed. If they just slapped a new screen in the same design, I'm disappointed. That's exactly what this looks like. September? Jeez. Really? This ain't it. This is the old one. What are we talking about? Oh, this is my bad. I'm looking at the old one. This is the Pro. This is the regular N10. I'm like, what? Where you guys seeing the N10 Pro at? Nah, Jay, I think the Pinstar is Carter. It's Carter HD, which Carter HD is a Carter 1100, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, definitely fact check me on that. I click on the N10 Pro link, this link right here. I'm clicking on that, and it's taking me to the regular N10, not the Pro. Unless this is the Pro. Oh, my bad. Okay, here we go. My bad. I'm sorry. Wait, this was an this is the same. All right, you guys. The N10 Pro is the eNote. So it looks like the specs are different though. So let's take a look at that. Yeah. All right. Appreciate the research, Jay. Thank you for confirming that. What's funny here though is that Goody Reader is quoting the same stats that are on the regular eNote. So that makes me this makes me believe one thing here. What they're referring to as the N10 Pro is essentially just a Penstar eNote, because these are the stats. unless somebody found some other stats that I didn't see. We got some other stats on this device here. Ah, okay. So the Pro is Carter 1200. The original was 1100. That's straight butt. That is butt, chat. That's what you do for an upgrade. The Pro. That's the only thing. Yeah, I saw. Let's see. Let's look at this. Yeah. So this is the link right here. Yeah, this is the link right here, Jay. But when I click this link, it takes me. Oh, yeah, it takes me here. All right, so this is it then. So it has a bigger battery. It has 500 more milliamp hours. They added 500 milliamp hours to the battery. They added 32 gigs of storage. What else? Now they got a Carter 1200 display, 300 ppi. Why wouldn't they send that to everybody? Why send the old one? You know what I mean? Especially if this came out in September. They should have been sending this out to people. Why they it made no sense. This made no. All right, and this is what gets me too. Why is this a thing? Why do we have a pen that supports 8,000 levels of pressure sensitivity? Why do we need that? I asked them that and I didn't get an answer. That's double what Wacom does, the normal Wacom standard. I'm like, okay, are you offering something better? Oh, you can't get the Pro from US seller. Gotcha. Dan. All right. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. So that's the thing. You can't buy this here, so they're not giving this to people that are here to review. Cool. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. That actually makes a lot more sense. Where's the review keep going? Oh, there we go. All right.
That it's very difficult to kind of consider this as a finished type of a user interface. I want to get back on track, but it's very difficult to remain focused on image quality and stuff because I have to interact with the user interface, and as soon as I do, then things become kind of weird. However,
I never found the user interface weird. I never found it weird. I mean, like I said, you kind of have to retrain your brain because you're just using the pen for everything. You can't just simply touch things. And if you're saying it's weird because you can't touch it, of course, right? But you know what you're getting into when you got it. It's no touch. So yeah, it is weird in the sense that you can't touch, but I didn't find the UI weird at all. I found the UI intuitive, like very intuitive, very cohesive. To me, the UI experience was very good. I like the UI.
in the Reader app, you do have this refresh button here, and this is not a full screen refresh, this is refresh mode, because it has these two arrows, and that's the only differentiation that you will have from a full screen refresh, which is also here and an arrow, but it has a different icon. So this, when you see this in the system, that's a full screen refresh. When you see this, then this gives you options for refresh modes, and refresh mode
Before I say something, let me look at that again.
this, then this gives you options for refresh modes, and refresh modes that you have are normal, clear, options for refresh, arrow from a full screen refresh, which is also here, and an arrow, but it has a different icon. So this, when you see this in the system, that's a full screen refresh. When you see this, then this gives you options for refresh modes, and refresh modes that you have are normal, clear, fast, and ultra. For the love of me, I don't understand why would you need this, because maybe I'm missing something really important, but the only area where I could actually change the refresh modes is in the reader itself.
That's a good, that is true. You can only change the refresh in the reader.
I couldn't find it system-wide. I couldn't find, and I've looked and I've read through the whole user manual, and I've tried my best to find the refresh mode, because if you try to browse, you really want a faster refresh mode, but I couldn't really find it anywhere. So this is the only place where I could actually find that this device is capable of different refresh modes. Why you would want different refresh modes here? Well, you have normal and clear. The clear is basically regal refresh mode. So these are, oh yeah, of course, if you're in menus, then the page up and down buttons suddenly become volume control buttons, but as soon as you go out, then they can be used as page up and down, just some of them.
Yeah, it's very, let's go to the chat real quick. Do you refer the 227 ppi to the Boox 300 ppi? Oh, no. No, I don't prefer. But honestly, I can't see the difference. What's the weird that's a weird detail on the refresh setting. Why isn't that available everywhere? Yeah, that is something that's very questionable. Why the refresh just isn't available as a system-wide function. It's just in the reader though. I did find that weird myself. 227 versus 300 does make a big difference. But looking at like the text, I couldn't see. They do a really good job of anti-aliasing on the Penstar. They do a really good job of it. So does the Boox platform, which is, like I said, I just couldn't. It wasn't all right. So maybe if I was pixel peeping, I could have discerned the difference. But looking at it, using it, it was never an issue that even made me want to pixel peep, I guess. No, I'm not changing my mind. No. I'm staying the course here.
Many issues that.
All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what else we got. I don't want to stay on this all day. Image quality ebooks. Let's check it out.
Much worse. Or the reader supports reading of EPUBs as well. So this is an
I think that looks phenomenal, especially when you can boost that.
EPUB, and then we can see how it looks like. Again, because this is not a touch-enabled device, you don't have an option to adjust the zoom and fine-tune it. You do have an option by going into the option and then into the display. But the true test of the methodology is basically when you go to somewhere in the middle of a EPUB, and then you do a change, and then you can see, yes, so this device is doing a proper type of reformatting change, unlike what we've seen for years now on the Remarkable, for example. So you do have the option to adjust spacing, layout, vertical, horizontal, contrast.
You get tons of good options.
Quality rendering is actually quite nice for illustrations, for example. Unfortunately, we do get ghosting, even though I believe that we are in clear mode, which is supposed to be the best mode for deghosting. Unfortunately, that's what we do have here. I guess in theory, if you wanted completely ghost-free experience, maybe if we change the refresh to be every one page, then we should get completely ghost-free experience. And yeah, so you do have control
Options.
to actually set that up. The blinking will be severe, and even then it doesn't work. Yeah, we still get ghosting. So yeah, deghosting issues here are fairly prominent. Displaying of images and magazines with images, I think, is fine.
Dude, all right, let's hold it right there. I'm gonna defend the pen star here and say PDFs look the. I'm not even going. I don't even have to say this. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and plug this thing up right now. PDFs, to me, render the best on the pen star. Before I tested the pen star or the eNote, my favorite device for PDF viewing that left me with a really nice, even image, hardly no banding at all, was the Remarkable 2. It just, for some reason, that device displays PDF images so nice. It just really looks really good. I mean, if it gave you some controls on the Remarkable 2 for PDFs, oh my God, they'd be unstoppable. But when I tested the eNote, the PDFs looked the best. I want to finish out seeing what Voya has to say about it. But man, I'm telling you, the eNote has my award for best like PDF image reproduction.
Looks okay. Again, nothing really spectacular, but for me, the impact, the first impression stays, which is it's very consistent throughout. You get a very dated type of ghosting performance on
Ghosting, yes, but once you refresh the screen, the image is, I'm telling you, just far superior to anything that I've seen
on this device. And I guess that
the banding. Once he refreshes the screen, we're gonna look at the banding. We're gonna do a banding check here. We're gonna do a banding check on screen right here.
it makes sense because I can't see that they're using anything modern or fancy to employ deghosting algorithms or methodologies or anything advanced like that. They're just simply plugging in an older type of panel, sending next page commands and giving it the refresh mode, and then that's what you get. Which may have been fine 5 years ago, even maybe as recently as 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I agree with that assessment too. It is I mean, when Remarkable put this is the same panel that's in the Remarkable 2, essentially the same panel. When Remarkable put this panel in their device, when the Remarkable 2 came out 5 years ago, the panel was already like 4 or 5 years old. You know what I mean? So the panel was already 4 or 5 years old when Remarkable used it. It's been 4 or 5 years since Remarkable used it. We're talking about almost a decade old panel right now. Mash up mic. Yo, dude.
But it certainly is not fine today when you have so many more advanced options, which
It's the same display that's in the Remarkable 2. And Remarkable 2 is still selling like hotcakes. Let's take a look at it. Actually, can we take a look at it right now? Oh, snap. Yeah, let's take a look at that. All right. Like I can't defend the Pinstar in many areas at all. Like I literally cannot. Right. The panel is about a decade old right now, if not more. So it is a dated panel. It was dated when Remarkable put it in their Remarkable 2 5 years ago. So I mean, it's a dated panel. Despite that, though, we're gonna look at a Carter 1200 panel. We're gonna pull out the Go 10.3. I think I have the same PDF, so we can kind of view both of them the same on both devices. You'll look at it and you'll like it, Mr. Mike. Like, me and Mr. Mike have these epic Pinstar battles. I like my spaceship PDFs. I like my Star Citizen spaceship PDFs. Okay, don't judge me. All right, let's take a look at this. Which one is this? Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. He said maybe the Ray-Bans make it look, they do. They make it look a lot better. Oh, and it's cool because we have good natural lighting here, so we can do a true comparison. All right, first off, you see that screen background color difference? You see how much brighter this is? Let's I don't even know what ship this is. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Man, do I have to clean the screen off? Is this screen dirty? Oh, no, it's not dirty. It just needs to be refreshed. All right, let's get this going the right way here. How do we? Are we seeing both of these? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So, let's refresh this. All right, so that's the refresh. And, whoops. Oh, that was the wrong one. Okay. Wow, why is it doing that? I'm trying to find my refresh button. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right, here we go. So these are the same PDFs. Same PDFs here. Can I get down a little closer? Okay. All right, there we go. To take out the hate. Yeah. Enhance. All right. Let's go down a little bit. You know what? I don't even have to go down a lot. You see, look at this. Look at this banding. You see the banding here? That looks horrible compared to this. We'll refresh it just so we get the best of what it. That didn't help the banding at all. The settings that are the image that this produces, just look at the gradient. Even going from like the dark here to the light, like you can see that banding. It's really bad right here. You don't get that on the eNote. It produces a super clean image, and not just that. Look at this. You see that image right there? That's a building. Can you even see that building in this image? Turn on image smoothing? Okay, let's do that. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I thought image smoothing was here. I'm clearly looking in the wrong spot. Or is that in the eInk Center? Okay, it's not available right there. That's what I thought. I thought it was in the eInk Center, but I don't see it. I don't see it for the Notes app in the eInk Center, because it would be under optimization in the eInk Center if I'm not mistaken. Am I wrong about that, chat? Yeah, but it's under optimization, but we can't optimize because you have to pick optimization and then color, and then you get it. But the Reader app, you can't. Am I wrong in thinking you can't do that in the Reader app? Whoops. Okay. All right, now let's go back. All right, now let's look at the images. That helped. Look at that though. You see that building right there? You still can't see that building in this image. And let's go to No, we got it. We got the smoothing app. So the smoothing did help, the banding. The smoothing helped that banding out a lot. That was a game changer for me, chat. Thank you. Yeah. The contrast is still there though. Oh. The contrast is still there though. These images in the background, like right here and right here, you can just see it. It just has more detail up here. And when it comes to this image right here, like you can't even see that in this image. Now that could be some color controls too, maybe. But we could indefinitely play with both of these controls here. All right, no. Let's see what these are. Okay, so oh. Put all these controls down to 0. Okay. So as far as the controls go, except for the image smoothing, everything is off. Or on 0. Okay, even here, this is just a darker cloud. It just, I don't know. I'm seeing more detail here. Am I imagining that, chat? It just looks like I'm seeing more detail here. And I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. But what I'm not wrong about, absolutely not wrong about, is this area right here. You see detail here that you just don't see here on the Ghost 10.3. Now, like I said, only reason I'm showing this is because this is a Carter 1200 panel. This is a Carter 1100 panel. And whatever they're doing there has the panel showing more contrast and detail. The banding, the smoothing helped the banding out for sure. But it didn't help the contrast and the detail. Like even here. Those are more buildings right there. You don't see that under here. It's just little detail like that. I still think the banding was helped. So thanks chat for that. The banding was helped greatly. But that didn't help every aspect of the differences I see between the Carter 1300 panel on the Go 10.3 and the Carter 1200 panel on the Go 10.3 and the Carter 1100 panel on the Penstar. Like I said, I still think the Penstar images look the best. And like I said, this looks good right here. But I think the Remarkable even looks better than the Go 10.3 as far as these PDF images go. The still PDF images, just image reproduction. Whatever they do a really good job at it. But I still think even the Penstar outshines the Remarkable 2, even in that aspect. But that's just my personal take on it. You know what I mean? Everyone has their own personal taste to what they like things to look like. But for me, as far as the detail goes, I think the Penstar is still, it's still winning. Let's go to the chat real quick. We were on that for a minute. Did we? Oh wow. Okay, cool. We were on it for a minute. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. Good morning. We're talking about the we're just doing YouTube crawling today. We're looking at YouTube videos and just giving our opinions on them. And just catching ourselves up on the news for the week, essentially. So let's get back to that. So we were watching Voya's video. We're going to skim through this real quick. So I just want to finish off what he was saying about the image quality, just to get his final take on that.
So many better results. So yeah, image quality is okay at best, but the deghosting performance and the
ghosting, not very good. But once you refresh, and you should be often, as I just showed you, the image is really good.
low resolution, and it's just very, very dated. As far as reader functionality goes, well, you have, of course, tap in the middle, but with the pen, or you could program like the menu so that in the buttons that one of these can be the menu, so you can have readers.
I think that's an ingenious idea.
So if I go,
I like that.
Okay, so let's go.
I just think they need more buttons to make it work well.
Go back here. And then I could just press the button and that exposes the reader's menu. Unfortunately, everything about this device is very sluggish. So it works, but sort of like you know, the leitmotif of the whole thing is it feels dated. When you expose the menu, you have the bottom and top options, very similar to what we have on standard readers, like on Neo readers. You have table of contents in the bottom here, and then you have controls here with bookmarks, annotations, everything that you want. Then we can go back, but you go back fully and not into the menu. So we have layout controls, which you've seen previously. The only thing I haven't shown is that you do have more options. So you have an option of auto turn page, which is totally bugged out. And then you have show annotation shortcuts, hide header and footer, remove watermark, show excerpt tips.
Okay, all right. So he's going through that. Let's go through some other parts here. Reflectivity. I did have a problem with that. Let's see what he says about this, because that was my major gripe about the screen. I didn't have I mean, everything else I could have worked with. The reflectivity was pretty bad.
Great. Finally, with the screen, we do have the reflection performance, and the reflection performance is not that good because it's using a pre-applied screen protector. So this is a dedicated screen protector that goes on here, and it does.
It don't feel like a screen protector though. I will say that. Let's hit up the chat real quick. Again, thanks chat for helping me figure out that image smoothing. Blah, 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 blah. Rock says if you have set up for a default, tap the PDF and okay, I think we got that. I think it's under color because it's how you set up how it maps colors to shades of gray. That was an interesting thought. Absolutely. Rock, then I'd boost up dark enhancement to bring out that building. It takes a little work, but that's the price for flexibility. I do like being able to control it on a dock level. Nope, not imaging. There's more contrast on our side as well, but I think it can be optimized on the Boox. Okay, I'm gonna try that. We're gonna, I mean, I think that's I want to see if my hunch about the screen is what it is. If we boost that darkness and we don't get any response, you know what? Let's do that right now. I'm fed up. I'm fed up of Mr. Mike trashing the Pinstar every live. Every live. He's trashing it. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see if we can bring those buildings out. We got a suggestion to I'd boost the dark enhancement to bring out that building. Nope, you haven't missed a Supernote discussion. We haven't gotten there yet. We're still looking at Voya's video, eInk. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see. Dark color enhancement. All right, hold on. I just want to show you. That's what I'm doing. So we dark color enhancement right here. Let's bring that up. Bro, that made it more invisible. Listen, I'm determined. Listen, y'all go put some respect on y'all go put some respect on it. Some respect. The Pinstar screen is just good. Why does everyone hate on it? Listen, let's try it. Listen, whatever y'all want to throw at the Pinstar, let's do it. Let's do it. The Pinstar is tired of all the disrespect. Let's do it. What we got, chat? We increased the dark. We enhanced the darkness. What we doing, chat? We enhanced the darkness. What we got next? What we got next? I know it's a Pinstar hater in the chat right now who wants to throw something at the Pinstar. What you got? I got. Listen, right now, this device right here, which is the Go 10.3, is my device of 2024. This is my eInk note-taking device for 2024. But I still say the Pinstar has better PDF reproduction than my favorite or my best device of 2024. I'm not crapping on the 10.3. I'm not caping for the Pinstar. I'm just saying. There's no caping here. I just think it's a fact. Oh my God. Looking at this is not my device of the year. The Go 10.3 is my device of the year. Don't let Mr. Mike lie to you. All right, so that's the thing. What's the doc? Oh, this doc is this is, if you're asking me, this is a PDF. This is the Hornet. Notice the Anvil Hurricane. Beat it. Like beat the Pinstar. I would love. I want. Okay, cool. If something's better than it in that aspect, cool. I want to know that. That's why we're here. But I'm just saying, no matter what I do here with the Go 10.3, nothing changes the fact. I'm gonna go put this down. Matter of fact, putting it down helped. What else can we do? Let's turn the bleaching up. Oh God. Okay, the bleaching helped. Okay, the bleaching helped. To an extent. But look at what you're giving up when you do that. Yeah, like I can turn the bleaching up and I can bring that building not even into view, to be honest. Nah. The bleaching didn't even do it. Maybe if I brought it all the way up, yeah. Now, if I brought the bleaching all the way up, now we're bringing that building into view. But look at what we're giving up to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're giving up all that. We're giving up all of this to do that. This is like HDR right here. This is like non-HDR. Mr. Mike says, look at all that other detail. There is no other detail. All right. Okay, so. Oh, now I see what you were saying, Dan. I thought you were saying it's POS, but now I get it. Honestly, though, it ain't. If we bring this down enough, right? Like we're losing that ship right there. We'd lose that ship if we did that. That ship would just be gone if we brought this all the way up. You see what I'm saying? And that would be just to see the building over here. Once we bring that down, we could make it to where we can see the ship and the building, I think. That's probably about how it looks in the Pinstar. But yeah, but you see all that detail you're giving up to do that. Yeah. It's like the difference between HDR and non-HDR. But anyway, yeah, you guys, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not caping for the Pinstar. I don't care either way. I'm just like, I just think it looks better. All right. Let's go ahead and be done with this Pinstar eNote business. It's a divisive conversation. It's worse than the orange in Boox. You can't bring it to Pinstar in this chat and expect a decent outcome. No, it's not going to happen. All right. Let's go ahead and finish out this thing. You know what I do want to see? Let's see what he says about the writing experience. I know it's trash, but let's check it out.
Then we get to the writing performance and the writing experience. So the writing experience on the eNote is a mixed bag, and I believe strongly that the main culprit for that is the decision to go with this pen.
Yes. Yes, Voya. Yes. Thank you.
Not the pen design itself. Pen is fine. It's just average. I mean, build quality is all plastic, and all of this is going to fall apart very, very quickly. And I think that the main problem is the decision to go with the...
Oh, snap. Someone's got their Manta. Congratulations.
The 8,192 levels of preciousness.
And I don't get that. Why 8,000? Why double Wacom? And for what benefit? Like I could see if it's writing smoother, the latency was better. But the latency ain't better. It doesn't write smoother than normal Wacom sensitivity. You can't sense more pressure in it, especially not with that Carter 1100 screen. I never understood why they went with this route with this pen. Like maybe if I could have written on this, nope. I tried writing on that screen with my ceramic nib. I couldn't do it. It felt like writing on the Remarkable 2. Not fun.
Sensitivity versus 4096. There is zero reason or zero justification why somebody went with that, because there's nothing on this tablet, software-wise or hardware-wise, that utilizes.
Yes. Same thing I just said. For no advantage, they went with that pen. The only reason I could think of they went with that pen is they got a really good deal on it. They got a really good deal on some tech no one wanted, and they were like, "Listen, we got all of these pens. We can't do nothing with them." That's exactly what I just said, Jay. That's exactly what I just said. I guarantee, for whatever reason, that pen was cheaper than the normal Wacom sensitivity pens, and they just went with that because it was cheaper. And you know what else? I guarantee that particular pen is why you can't use any other Wacom stylus with this Wacom standard tablet.
That doubled resolution of pressure sensitivity. B or 2, I don't know which one I used, is the SoC and the tablet itself is not capable to process that doubled amount of data in a good way, and that reflects directly in performance.
All right, Dan. Hey, happy New Year's, bro, and drive safe. Drive safe. We'll catch you in the new year, brother.
Which is unfortunate because physically the writing sensation is very, very pleasant. It's a very, very nice type of paper-like sensation, and sound and everything feels good with nib on the screen itself, or the screen protector here. So from that aspect, it feels really, really nice to write. Unfortunately, what you actually get, the result, is not good on several levels, two of which are main levels. The first one is the writing latency is not that good, as you will see in the next part of this chapter. And the second is I've noticed that the writing precision directly is dependent on how quickly I write. So slower I write, more precise the device is able to capture the input, and more it resembles my handwriting.
That's because the latency is just so bad. The latency is just so bad. And I think he's going to get to that here. Oh, well, it didn't look to do too bad on his latency test here.
Where the Penstar eNote falls.
Well, yeah, it did.
I don't know if
bad.
that 8192 pressure sensitivity pen and technology has anything to do with this, or the fact that it's maybe not using the latest Carta. But either way, this is the result that Penstar.
Yeah, it's that pen, I guarantee, is trash. That's why no one wanted it. They got it for a discount because no one wanted it. Guaranteed. I think Jay hit the nail on the head with that one. I think we know what to expect from that. Good video. I gave him a thumbs up on that one. Good video. I'm probably gonna go check it out again to look at some finer details, see what he thought. Who else we want to look at here? Oh, before we look at another video, let's go in on a rant. So I basically Have a couple of Manta notes to pass on that I. Yeah, Supernote time. Before we go in on any other videos, let's do Supernote time. All right, so the first thing is that I'm using the Manta like a lot more. Like I think I mentioned the other day that I thought what would happen is that I'm not using the Nomad. I would just start using the Manta. But I'm noticing that I'm using the Nomad as much as I did before. Like nothing has replaced the Nomad for me. The Manta seems to be replacing the Go 10.3 for me. Like, because I've only touched the 10.3 a handful of times since I've gotten the Manta. I think that might change when I actually get. Oh, you guys talking about nibs. I think I might change, or that might change my that might change after I get used to the Manta and do all of it, because I'm writing my notes and the videos that I'm planning to do on it. I'm doing all of that on the Manta, so it's like once I get done doing those, I may go back to the 10.3 to do my write-ups and stuff on, but for now, that's how it's shaking out, and I did not anticipate that. I didn't anticipate that at all. Some of the things I'm liking about it above and beyond the Nomad I did in a video, but just to touch on some of those things here, more space, more tools, it makes things more efficient. It's just, it feels better carrying it around and writing on because it's so much bigger. But those are the things that I'm noticing about the Manta. But what I am going to do is take this loop off. So I'm not going to keep this loop on here. This loop has become something that I just do not want to deal with anymore. I've gotten to the point where I've tried to like manage it, and I've tried to see the bonuses and the positives of it, but I've come to the conclusion there are none. There are literally zero positives to this loop. Like it's a piece of like just something that's on the device that's starting to wear already for me, because it's starting to like wear at this portion right here, and it's starting to like wrinkle up and look really crazy. And I can imagine what it's going to look like after a month or two of use. Why we didn't go with something like this is beyond me. Like why couldn't we have just taken this and put that there? You know what I'm saying? It would have stuck out further, which would have let the device sit flat without the pen being underneath it, just like it does on the case right here. I mean, I've said this before too, but like I've decided to go ahead and just take it off. I may destroy my Nomad case. I may just like take this off, put some holes in it, and just put it in there. or take it off, right? Take this off of here and just like put one of those replaceable loops on it and sew that on. For real. If someone made these, they would sell so much. Everyone that owns a Supernote Manta would probably buy one. Should I go ahead and make this? It can't be that hard. Find a good, decent material. Find a really nice material to use for the holes. I don't know. Like, I think that this is the perfect solution. And if you want, and what they should have did, instead of making different sizes of it, that's what got me too. Why make different sizes of flexible material? The point of flexible means that you don't have to have different sizes, right? That's like the point of having the flexible thing there. Mike says, forget the loop. Design a clip that is flat on the bottom. That's interesting. I want a rigid loop. I gotta see this. I gotta see this clip idea you're talking about. Spike Silver, how's it going? I appreciate you, and thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I just think that this would have been perfect. Instead of putting 3 of these in the box, they should have just put 3 of these in varying sizes. One that fits the standard pen, one that fits the harder metal pens, and then one that fits the Lamy. Between those 3, your pen is going to fit one of those sizes. You know what I mean? Spike Silver said, I just got my Manta today. Interesting to note how you mentioned the loop wears out. Well, it's just starting to wear because, continually doing this and then it getting caught on the pin as you're trying to put it through, and that constant wear, it's just going to naturally just wear at that point right there, at that pressure point. But I'm like, if it were this is a tried and true. No bending, no, it sits straight. You know what I'm saying? It sits flush. And when you put it down, it's not under the device, right? It sits flat. This is just, it's cool, but when you sit it down, you got the problem of, it doesn't sit flat anymore. And that's my biggest gripe. That's why I'm taking it off. That right there. Because I hate carrying this around and then putting it down on the table and then the pen being the first thing that comes in contact with the surface. Like, I'm sitting the pen down first. And then this never is flat. Anyway, so that's why I'm taking it off. I'm taking it off. I'm not going to look back. If I had the wrench on me right now, I'd take it off right now and put the dust thing in there and just never look back. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is destroy my Nomad case, put holes in it, throw it in there, and be done with it. Listen, if I can find a nice fabric material that's stiff like this, I'll make a ton of them. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm taking it off. I'm not looking back. It's coming off. Spike says, what do we? Oh, let's go to the chat here. I've missed a lot of chat. Yeah, I want to see this clip. Forget the loop design. Design a clip that is flat on the bottom. I want to see what that looks like, Mike. Sheen says, Mike, I'm up for that. I will see what I can do with my bamboo. Yeah, let me know. I want to see what this looks like too, Sheen. Mr. Mike says, I would love that. I want royalties. Yeah, Sheik, I love it. To be honest, need Rod to refill his store for ceramic tips though. That's coming. There'll be more in there Monday. There'll be more tips in the store Monday. Actually, I'm sending out finally sending out I think I might have mentioned this earlier in the week that I'm sending out the orders for this week today. So if you ordered this week, the orders will go out today. BM, some ink pen journal companies might have your rigged loop on a traveler's notebook cover. Ooh. Yeah. Listen, like I said, if I can find that, all it would take is to find a nice rugged material that can attach to the actual Manta. That could work. Think outside the box. No loop, something rigid. That's what, yeah, but I want to know what your idea is because I can't imagine what that would look like in my head. The leather loop. Leather would be cool, BM. Yeah, definitely that would definitely be cool, BM. Spike Silver says, I got the standard pen and the Lamy you have here. The standard pen fit better in the default loop. Maybe try one of the other loops it comes with. Maybe one of them is bigger. No, the actual Manta, you guys, comes with the biggest loop. So this loop right here that's on the Manta, and it's the loop that actually comes on the device when you get it. It is the biggest loop. The other two loops are a medium loop and a small loop. What about the custom loop that comes with the Manta? Those custom things are nice, but they're super thin. The ones that come with the Manta that has the holes in it, they're nice, but they're super thin. They're not as rugged as the pieces that come on their actual loop. They're not as rugged as these things here. Let's take a loop at that. 1 second. Ooh, what was that? All right, 1 second. Let me check that out. All right, here we go. So for this right here, so this is the thing with the loop, right? It comes with this thing right here. It comes with this. Let's get down here a little bit. All right, so it comes with this right here. And the problem is this is pretty thin. This isn't as durable as this right here. You can actually see the thickness of this and how it's different from the thickness of this. Right? Can we? Oh, there we go. That's better right there. That's a better shot. You see how the thicknesses of these two things is vastly different. Like this is like 3 times the thickness of this right here. So this material right here that's on their actual loop it feels really good. It feels really sturdy, like it won't tear or break on you. It's the elastic I'm concerned about tearing and breaking. This is nice. Whatever they made this out of, I'd almost want to unstitch this and put it on my own loop. But this right here is not going to do the trick. Well, I don't know. Maybe, but it definitely isn't as thick as this, which makes me like, why the quality difference? You know what I'm saying? If this feels super durable, I'm not gonna lie. It's thin, but it feels super durable, like it'll hold. So maybe this could be used. I just think this looks better. It's thicker, and I just have the feeling that this is. I have more confidence in this than I do this. And that's just my take on that. Actually, let's go ahead and do that now. Oh, in case you guys didn't know, the actual dust plug comes inside the case with the screws, the extra screws. So this is the dust plug right here that you can put in the device when you don't have a loop in there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now since we're here and I brought the tools out. So it's time to do it. Go ahead and take this out of here. Whoop. Yeah, I'm super fed up of this loop. It's just not well thought out. Yeah, this is the biggest one though. And like I said, this is the one that it comes with. And let me show you here. So this is what it comes with here. And these are the other two that come in the package, come in the box. So it comes, this comes on the device right here, which is the biggest one. This is the medium. And you can see it's slightly, I'm lining up the stitch edges here. You can see it's slightly smaller. And this is the small one. And you can see that it's slightly smaller than that one. So large, medium, and small. And the large one is the one that comes on the device. All right, so let's take that out. Let's put the dust plug in there. Okay, that fits well. And let's throw the screws back in there. All right, what we got going on in the chat? Let's see. Roger that, Jay. I will draw something. Are we coming up with prototypes for a loop here? That's what's up, you guys. We need one. I've been trying to get someone to make one, but I've had no luck. So if anyone wants to take an idea and run with it, that is a golden one. Leather will wear out fast though. But you know, chat. That's why I say this right here. It's tried and true. They sold these things for years. No one's ever had a problem with it. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. If we got a wheel that works, why do we need to design another one? We got a wheel, you guys. We got a wheel already. All right. So I've effectively gone loopless for my Manta, and I feel good about it. I feel good about this decision, chat. I feel good about this decision. And you know what else was a defining factor for me? You know what else was a defining factor? This right here was another defining factor for me when this happened to me the other night. And I was like, I'm taking this loop off and I'm never looking back. When I was sitting there writing and I was trying to write and the device was slightly lifted because the pen, because I used to keep the pen cap in that little loop. So I got this pen out, the pen cap is there and I'm writing. And the device kept sliding and scooching up like that. I'm like, why is this thing moving? It's got feet. Then I realized, oh, 2 of the feet ain't even in contact with the surface because the pen cap is lifting the device up, has the device doing this number. I'm like, okay, I'm done. That loop effectively took the functionality of one of their features that I liked on the device. It took that feature out of play for me. I like the feet on the bottom of the device. It keeps the device from slipping and sliding. It keeps it slightly raised, even though these could be better for keeping it slightly raised. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. But the point is, it was hindering actual functionality of the device. Like, how do you not see that in testing? Like, how do you not know? Like, boss, we spent a lot of time in R&D designing the feet and putting them in the optimal place and having them inset nicely and properly, like a premium device should. Now the pin loop that we have here, you know, that cheap piece of like elastic that we threw on the side? Yeah. That's detracting from some of the time that we spent on the R&D on the feet to keep the device from actually sliding. But boss, do we care? And clearly we know the answer to that question. We know the answer to that question, chat. Whoever the boss was like, absolutely not. That pen loop is everything. I don't care if it hinders the writing experience. I don't care if it hinders the design of the device or not. You keep that elastic pen loop there. My grandmother made that loop. You keep it. So, whatever. I'm taking it off. It was detracting from too many things. It's been the focus of too many lives. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Let's go to the chat. The key is that it has to have a flat bottom. Yes. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know they had various sizes. Yeah, there are various sizes that come in there. I thought they were all the same too until I started like testing them. Mashup Mike, we got the design done. Whoa, okay. I'd like. Tell that to Elon with the squircle. Reinventing the wheel. Yeah, exactly. No need to reinvent the wheel. No need to do that. If someone got a wheel that you could use, yeah, use it. Edison could have said that about the candle. No, that's different. No, that's different. A candle and actual light? No, 2 different things. I don't think it's the material choice. It's the fact that there's no rear part to the folio. Without a thicker pen will prop up the device. Well, let's think about that, Rock. I thought about that too. I've given this some serious thought. Clearly, I've devoted lives to this. And taken lives for this. Uh, uh it's elastic. And it's not even the elastic. This is the problem with that. It is the elastic. So I'm going to show you why the elastic was a bad choice. And I'm going to show you why it's not just the material. So what happens is, all right, so my first take is this. I'm going to say this off the top. If they had made this, if they had just extended this part that connects to the device out 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, maybe max. If they had extended it out just a little bit so that it's not sitting under the device, that where it sits out here a little bit, our problem is solved. If they had just extended that out to where the loop sits out a little bit further, the problem is solved with it sitting under the device. I may not even rant about this. I probably still would have, maybe. But with how they did it, it sits under the device like that. Now, when you put the pin in, the pin is partially under the device. But if it's out here a bit more, when you put the pin in, there's no portion of the pin that's under the device. That's the crux of the problem here. Oh, Doc says I missed comments. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, I think I clearly missed something. I'm not sure what part though, but I do want to know about this flat clip. All right. Did I miss one of yours, Doc? At Master Mike, we got the design done. Okay. All right. Somebody's gonna have to catch me up on that. BM says, could you just add stilts to the feet of the Manta and right out the waist? No, I'm gonna make my own. They're being designed right now. It's tough, but they're being designed right now. Mr. Mike says a fabric loop is still so 2019. Yeah. All right. So the crux of the problem, like I was saying, is that the loop doesn't come out far enough. That's the real problem here. The loop sits under the device, which puts the pin under the device, which not good. If it sits out here, problem solved. Now, the problem I personally have with the fabric is that, and I can't even do it now, when you put the pin in the loop, not this pin, right? Because this pin is pretty light. Oops. But if you were to put, say, a harder metal pin in this loop, first of all, it's hard to get past this clip. That's one of my first gripes. Secondly, you see how I'm holding this straight, but the pin, it's not going to be straight because of the fabric. It sags down. That looks tacky. It causes it to bang up against the device. It's doing this number. When you sit it on a table, it's like it hits the table first. I don't want that. So that's my problem with the fabric. If we had this thing is so rigid that it keeps it's not perfectly straight, right? But it keeps it a lot more straight than this does. And I have a feeling that if this loop right here were more form-fitting like the elastic does, like if it fit like the pin better, then I don't think this pin would even sag when you put it in there. I think this material is rugged enough to keep it aligned and parallel with the actual cover. I just think that it's too small for this loop, so it kind of like wiggles inside of the, you see it's kind of too small for the loop, so it wiggles inside of the loop, and that's why it sags. But I don't think that's because of the rigidness of this. It sags even in this when it's around the pin and it fits the pin because the material just allows for that kind of sag, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's my thing. eInk member. Oh! Did I miss that? Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't miss that. I thought something happened that I missed. There should be no underwear elastic man hanging off your elegant device. That, you know what, bro? When you said underwear elastic, that's exactly what that reminds me of now. I'm never going to be able to unsee that. Thank you, Mr. Mike. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying with my previous comment. There should be no underwear. Yeah. Doc says that a plastic piece that is flat on the back that has claws that spread when you push the pin into the claws or hands 3D printed. A plastic piece that is flat on the back that has claws that spread when you push the pin into it. I'm still at a loss. I'm gonna have to see a drawing of this. The whole loop thing strikes me as being a lazy last minute solution. Yeah, it just wasn't well thought out to any degree. The material wasn't thought out well. The placement wasn't thought out well. The mechanism, maybe. The screw mechanism I thought was trash at first. I still don't like the fact that you're putting the screws in and out of something that's just a point of failure to me. That's going to happen at some point if you're someone who's changing these things out regularly. It's a pretty straightforward 3D print than a rectangle and screw blades. Yeah, I gotta see this. My brain isn't putting the image together. But eInk clearly has the vision. Okay. All right. I think we're somewhat caught up on the chat here. No, I'm not. There's lots of chat. We're getting more chat than I can keep up with you guys. Yeah, we're getting more. All right, you know what? That's a good and a bad thing, chat. How many people we got in here right now? Let's check it out. Wow, we got 26 people. Okay, let's do this right now. For those who aren't familiar, thank you for joining me. Good morning. Is it still morning? It's not. Good afternoon if you're on the East Coast, EST time. Rants About Tech Live, 10 a.m. to sometimes whenever. Clearly today is one of those whenever days. We just got a lot to talk about, I guess. That I guess is what this means. But thank you for joining us. We're gonna get into let's take this loop out of here. Let me get rid of this loop stuff. I gotta get rid of these loops. We've been on loop patrol for like an hour now, it seems like. But we got it situated. We got the loopless Manta right here. No loop. We threw the dust plug in there. Can we zoom down this dust plug real quick? Can we? Chat, we got amazing zoom abilities right now. Our zoom abilities are on fleek. We got those zoom abilities. Our zoom abilities are on Superman right now. I like that dust plug. It's okay. It brings some respectability to the device now. And it sits now. You know what? Chat, did I say this the other day? No, I didn't. Oh my God, chat. Okay. This all right. One last thing about the Manta in the case. One last thing. If I said this already, stop me. I ranted to somebody about this the other day, and I don't know if I did it on live, but if I didn't do it on live, I want to do it. When I just sat my Manta down, right, I'm like, oh man, that feels so good. To not have that loop over there, just a flat. But then I thought, you know what would be cooler? There was a guy I used to watch on you. I think I did do this. I think I did do this, chat. I think I did. But if you've heard this joke already, stop me. I used to watch this dude on YouTube. He had an A5X. He would take that A5X and slam it on the table every video. Or, you know what I did? I did talk about this. I think I did talk about this. All right, so listen. Yeah, we are definitely outgrowing the YouTube chat here, especially for the members. All right, but what I was going to say is it's a good and a bad thing, chat, right? We're getting more people, and that means more chats. And as you guys know, I usually get to every chat. I try my best to get to every single chat that comes up. It's getting so now to the point to where it's hard to keep up with all the chats that come up. I've been noticing that for the last few lives that I've been missing a few. So if I do miss something, don't feel bad about letting me know. Oh, snap. 2530. Woo, woo. All right, let's do it. Let's do it up for 2530. What are air horns at? Welcome 2530. Welcome to the membership. I mean, you've been an honorary member for as long as I can remember, which my memory goes back 3 months. So thank you though. Everybody welcome Mr. Media there. And you know what? AKA Aaron. Listen, I don't know how to spell Aaron. I'm going to do it with 2 A's though. Aaron. Let me know if I messed that up. Word. Oh, snap. BM, welcome. Everybody welcome BM. Let's get the air horns going for BM. I appreciate you. Our power levels are growing. But like I was saying, chat, it's good that we have more people coming to the streams, but that means I'm gonna miss some chats. So yeah, welcome to everybody. You guys welcome BM and Mr. Media to the membership. I appreciate you guys. So we're getting more people, and I'm gonna miss some chats. So if I do miss some chats, just re-hit me up. Throw it if you feel like it's important. You really want me to see it. Just throw it in there again. I don't mind seeing chats multiple times because I really do want to get to these. And like I said before, a lot of my best ideas that I do on the lives come from you all. So I want to be as engaging as possible because that makes the best show possible, in my opinion. All right, but anyway, so I just wanted to make that known and put that out there for you guys. I'm missing chats now when I used to not miss chats because we just didn't have that many. Now we got so many coming through that I just don't see it all. And you guys know how I do. I'll get on a rant and go for like 20 minutes and forget that there's a chat there because I'm just going. So apologies up front. All right. Here we go. We are Legion. Absolutely. All says, welcome to the new members. Thank you guys. Absolutely. Definitely welcome to the new members. So anyway, the last thing I'll say about this thing is, oh yeah. So I used to watch this guy. He had an A5X2. Like I said, stop me if you've heard this joke. He had an A5X2, and I watched him all the time when I was first getting into eInk, trying to figure out what device I wanted to get. And he would come into the chat, or he would come into the video, and the first thing you would see is this. Just him throwing his Supernote down on the table. But he had an A5X2, so it sounded more substantial. And he would just throw it down. It sounded so good. I was like, wow, what is he tossing on the table like that? It sounds so satisfying. I want to do that. So he had the nice linen cover for his A5X full size. I'm like, I want to get one that I could just. You guys ever play cards, play spades? You playing with your peoples? You got the family over. You guys just having a good time around the table playing some spades. You got the cards. Throw the spade card down on the table. Makes that sound. And it makes you feel good inside because you threw it with some authority. That's how I feel. I want to do that with the A5X, like that guy on the. I don't even remember his name. He doesn't make YouTube videos anymore. The videos I was watching was like 3 years old. But I was getting some value out of it because he was talking about some good stuff. And I liked how he started every video with throwing his tablet down on the table. It's like, you couldn't do that with anything else. You can't do that. I won't do this. I won't do that to the Manta. I want to do it to the Manta. That's the point I'm going. That's where I'm going with this. That's where I'm getting to, chat. I want to be able to just put a case on here, a linen case like I have on the Nomad, and just throw that thing down on the desk. I can't do that with the Nomad without a back on it. I mean, I probably could, right? And nothing would happen, but I wouldn't get that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I can't do it with the Nomad. This doesn't work right. I can't get that flat, flush, floop, like when you throw a book down on the desk. I like that sound. Anyway, That's what I was going for with this. I can't do that with that pen loop on here. But if someone were to make a case, I could clip right here and it has a back and a front, then I could come in here, and that's the first thing we're going to do every show is throw my A5X2 down on the table. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Did we lose anyone? Oh, we didn't. That's all right. That's what's up. Thanks for staying. All right. What else we got next here? We got. Let's see what else we got. Oh, if you guys didn't know, it's National Cupcake Day. Just to throw that out there. Just a tidbit. We were supposed to do it at the top of the show, but I was anxious to get started. So actually, I wasn't anxious to get started. People in the chat was like, "Dude, do you know these videos are out? These videos." I'm like, all right, we're gonna look at them. Let's do it. But yeah, so we didn't look at the teardown video yet. I still want to do that. I still want to look at the Supernote teardown video. I mentioned the fact that I'm not using the Go 10.3 as much as I used to. Yep, it was the A. She says it was an A5X, right? Not the 2. Yep, it was the A5X with that case. What else we got here? We haven't even gone to Reddit yet. We haven't even touched Reddit yet. I think that's all the Manta talk I want to talk about. Took the loop off. Oh no! One more piece of Manta. One more piece of Manta talk. Let's do this. All right, so one more change I've made while using the A5X2. Something I realized. Matter of fact, we're gonna bring out the Boox. We're gonna bring out the Go 10.3 for this one too. Do a little live demonstration of why I feel the way I feel about this, to let you guys, give you guys that bring you in a little bit to my thought process. All right, so let's go ahead and fix this. Oh. Okay. All right. So this is a revelation I've come to, and I don't know why I didn't come to this with the Nomad. I have theories, but until I have a concrete answer, I'm going to keep it to myself for now. But the Manta, using the Manta, has led me to this conclusion right here. Let's go to a note. Show notes, maybe. Excuse me. All right, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so maybe we could get down here a little bit more. Chat, I am loving this HD 60 frames a second. Have I said it already? Have I mentioned this? I mean, I don't even care about 4K no more. 4K? Who cares? What we doing? 4K 60? Okay. 4K 30? Nah, I'm good to go. We good. This HD 60 is the bee's knees. I don't know why it looks so good. I don't know why. Okay, anyway. So because I've been using this pen right here, and this is the Safari Vista, the new pen from new Lamy Supernote collaboration. It launched with the launch of the Manta. It would go perfectly with that crystal version Nomad. I might actually sell my white one to get the crystal version just to use this pen with it. And I don't know. It's going to make me feel good for some reason. You know what? Let's go to the chat before it gets out of hand. Let's go to the chat before it gets out of hand. I need to lose that card. Okay, you guys are talking to each other right there, not me. But not using the... Jay says, but not using the Go 10.3 as much. Does that mean that you're reconsidering your device of the year? No. The Go 10.3 is definitely still my device of the year. Nothing has changed on that front. Like I said, I think I'm just using the Manta more right now because I'm trying to learn about it. I didn't think that would be the case. I thought I would be writing everything up on the Go 10.3 and just using the Manta to test. But I'm actually using the Manta to write the stuff on the Manta, which is unlike me. I don't use the device I'm writing about to write on, but I'm doing that for the Manta. But like I said, I think it's just because it's a new device. That could change though. The organizational skills on a bigger screen do mean a lot to me. I'll keep you guys posted if my ideas on device of the year changes. But right now, the Go 10.3 is still the best device of 2024, in my opinion, for note taking. Sheen says, y'all, I need help on transferring my content from Go to Manta. So far, it has been a beast. Can't use a USB drive. Can't transfer a computer. Exporting is just horrible. Yeah, and you can't. Oh, I was thinking of Boox Connect, but that's a whole different story. Yeah, transferring stuff is a problem unless you're doing it with Google Drive. Yeah. Has anyone tried that? Has anyone tried using their backups for Google Drive on a different system? Like if you back up your stuff on Google Drive for your book system, have you tried pulling that stuff up from your drive on another device, like say Supernote, or maybe backing up on a Supernote, pulling up on the books? I think that's the way it would have to happen. Okay, you guys are talking to each other right there and helping out. I love it when you guys are. See, it's a good spot too. It's good that we have conversations between each other too. I definitely gotta get that Discord going for that kind of stuff as well. It's gonna be a good times. Sheeing, I'm really going to have to export and email everything on my Manta. I thought it would be simple to get things off Go, but it sucks. Yeah, it does suck, unfortunately. Mr. Mike says it might be something. Python can do. I don't know specifically, but it does a lot. Yeah, we might have to bring Max into this problem. Sheen says I can get things off of the Go, but can't copy it to Manta. Right. If you do a full page doc on the Nomad and open it on the Manta, what does it look like? Does it scale up and vice versa? Yeah, it scales up. The scaling is really good on the Manta. I will say between the Supernote devices, the scaling is really good. It's the syncing that could use some work. But once it's synced properly, it scales perfectly. Jay says, when you get things off the Go, are you doing with vector PDF? Okay, vector PDFs. Jay, and then the Manta can't open the vector. Yep. Does anyone else make their own custom templates or use on their devices? I've started trying to do that, Aaron. I've thought about doing that a lot with my daily thing, my daily template that I've used, because it's just the daily template for the Supernote is just inadequate for what I want, and they don't have one that is adequate. I've thought about that. But then I think about all the work people have put into planners already, and I'm like, I'll just buy someone's. MDO I hear is pretty good. I haven't tried it yet. I bought it, still haven't tried it. All says 25 Media, I've done a few. Lau says, is Note Max a 2024 device or 2025? 2025 for sure. From what I'm hearing, it's we went on Reddit the other day, Lau, and from what I'm hearing, the Reddit crowd thinks, or the person who got theirs on Reddit says that they don't think the rest of them are going to ship till like February. So check that out, though. I could be wrong on that. I made a few custom templates, says The Rock, just like a checklist on a day planner. And that's what I want. More like a checklist. I would love an interactive checklist on the Supernote platform that you can write on. The Apple Newton had that back in the day. It was awesome. And you can make a hierarchy, too, with the to-do checkboxes. It was great. Lau, it's 2024 barely. Yeah. I did mine in PowerPoint and saved as PNG. Interesting. Ahmed, welcome. Thanks for joining the chat. Jeff has a video confirming a Google Drive is good for transfer. Oh, cool. Awesome. There we go. And I thought that would be the case, right? That would be, I thought that it might work that way, and that's good to know that it does. Ed, how's it going? Let's get everyone's going for Ed. We got Ed in the building. We got Ed in the building. What else we got here? Sheen says, I have tried. Ed says, I just made 1 and 2 point perspective grids using a straight line beta. I'm having the Brad Calbo drawing course. Love it. Oh, I'm taking the Brad Calbo drawing course. Gotcha. Oh, Ed, I don't know if you saw, but yesterday we talked about a highlight feature a while back, Ed, and eInk yesterday came up with an elegant solution that we didn't think about when we were talking about it. It was basically when you go to highlight, check it out. When you go to highlight, what can happen, and this is for the keywords we were talking about, Ed. I'm so excited about this. I hope Supernote really runs with it. It sounds like they might. But when you highlight something and you hold it at the end like you would if you were drawing or trying to get the auto straight line drawing, instead of it doing nothing, a menu comes up and asks you if you want to add that word to your keywords list. If you don't hold it, if you just highlight and raise up, you don't get an option. It's just highlighter as normal. I think that's brilliant. That was the missing key to my whole highlighter as a keyword problem. eInk solved it. But yeah, I thought that was brilliant, Ed. I thought that was a brilliant addition to that. Oh, but anyway, we were doing something else here. So I think we got done with the chat because that's what I wanted to finish up with. I use Word to make one for my daily journal, and I saved it in my template folder on the Go 10.3. What's up, Mike? I got here late, going to listen on our drive up to Illinois. Oh, snap. How's it going, Mike? And welcome. Let's get did we get the air horns going for Mike yet? No, we didn't. Let's get the air horns going for Mike. Welcome, Mike. Appreciate you joining us. And yeah, safe travels. Drive safe, my brother. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the thing that I was going to talk about here, which I changed my tool. I changed my default tool for the Nomad, and this is why I changed it, and this is why I hadn't thought of it before. So on the Boox platform, it's super simple to select something, right? You can just circle it, and it's selected, and then you can move it around and do whatever. But the problem with this is with me using that. You know what? Let's put a pin in that. You see that? Now let's go back over here. So I like to do that on the Supernote, but I can't do it with this pen. Let's pull out my handy dandy over here. Handy dandy, rugged Lamy. I did that on the fly, straight bars. Y'all didn't know y'all came here for bars, but y'all did. Okay, here we go. If you hold the button down, normally what I have happen is it becomes an erase. So normally when I hold my button down, it's an erase like that. And it's just a quick way for me to erase something. Because I always is like, I want to erase stuff when I want it erased. I don't want to have to wait on it. I don't want to have to go to a menu. I don't want to have to do any of that. If I want it gone, I want it gone. I want it gone right now. So that does that for me. Hold the button, circle it, it's gone right now. But then I start thinking, you know what? I've been using the gestures on the Supernote with some pretty, with reliability. Since I know you got to be to the right of your fingers and the angle has to be at 30 degrees. So then you do that and then it's good to go. You're fine. But then I started to think, you know what? What's more valuable to me is the selection tool. And I never thought about that much because of the Boox selection tool. You select it, and if I wanted to delete or cut that, I got to go away from where I'm at up here and do the cut. And that's cool. But on the Manta, I don't know why I started doing it. Oh no, it was default. It was default to where this is how I normally have it to circle to erase. And the sidebar over here is for my select. Oh boy, that was almost my sidebar is for the select, right? Can we see that? Select, and on the page is the lasso erase. So what I started doing is I started doing this to I changed the button to the lasso instead of the lasso erase. The lasso erase was just easy, right? It was just really quick and easy. You hold the button, you circle something, and it goes away. But when I want to move something, I don't have that ability with the pen anymore. So then I thought, okay, what if I change the button on the pen to the lasso? That way, if I want to delete something, I can delete it. And I can just delete it. If I wanted to move something, I can just circle it and move it. So I've gone to the lasso. I've changed my gesture. Like the whole time I've had the Supernote, this button has been the lasso erase. I changed that to the lasso, to the regular lasso select because, and this is why I tried it and I didn't think it would be this quick, right? I'm like, okay, I don't want to have to wait on something to delete something. If I select it, I want to be able to delete it. It happens well, you can't see that. Let's try that again. I thought it would be more cumbersome than what it is, which is why I had the button set to lasso erase. I thought if I wanted to select something and erase it, it would be cumbersome. But that's pretty simple. And I didn't realize how quickly the Supernote platform responds to things. Well, I did realize that. I didn't know that it responded fast enough to where I wouldn't care about the time it took to do it, as far as selecting something and deleting it. That process right there, it's not bad, right? But it's not as seamless. Select something, you got to go up here. Wait. First of all, you got to wait for that to do its thing. See, that's one of the reasons I didn't think it would be possible to do on the Supernote, because of not how long it takes. Like when I'm complaining about this, we're talking about milliseconds here. Seconds maybe, but definitely milliseconds. But that matters to me. Like the time that it takes for me to circle this, like I would if this had a button on it. The time it takes for me to, well, actually, you know what? Let's go back. The time it takes for me to circle this, for it to recognize it's selected, and for that cut icon to come up, for me to go up there and cut it out. So let's just go ahead and do that. So I'm going to select this, wait for it. Now go up there and cut it out, and it's gone. So I'm done. But I'm still in a menu right here, so I can't just go back to writing. I think I can tap on here. Yeah, but now I got to go back so I can start writing. So that's a few steps you got to take if you want the lasso tool to be your everything. If you want it to be your erase, your text manipulation, if you want it to be all those things, it gets kind of cumbersome. But if I want to do that on the Supernote, this is a bit quicker, which is why I switched the button over to the selection lasso instead of having it on the lasso erase. So now when I want to select something or erase it, I can just select it with the lasso, erase. I don't have to go to a toolbox. There is hardly any wait time for the box to come up that allows me to delete it. This is almost instant. And I'm done. I can move on to the next thing and delete that too. So it's just way more easy of a system to do if you have one button that you want to do everything. I think in my opinion, for me now, it is a lasso select instead of the lasso erase. Not a big thing. Not a big thing. But if you're a Supernote user and you use something that has a button, that's going to save you a lot of time. Because then you don't have to worry about the erase gesture. You don't have to worry about the selection gesture on the side things. Like this button will do it all. Just turn it to the selection tool, and now that's your everything. And it's so quick, it can be your everything. It's about as quick as just selecting to erase it. Just you got to click it and it's done. I love that. Let's go to the chat real quick. Okay, the chat's getting out of hand real quick again. See you guys. I'm trying to. How many people we got in here? Oh, we up. Oh, if you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome to man, this is gonna be a 3-hour stream again today. We gotta start wrapping it up, chat. We gotta start wrapping it up. Let's look at the chat. Let's get through this real quick. Okay, eInk says, I have tried that on Canvas because of a tutorial pixel leaves. It worked okay. Cool. Mike Allen said, I got here late. We think we already, we got past this part. Ed says, I saw that, but the straight line uses the same gesture since it is a marker and not a highlighter. Oh. Yeah. Good point. Thanks for that, Ed. Yeah, the marker is actually not a highlighter, it's an actual marker. Yeah. Will that draw a straight line too? Let's take a look at that. Oh, do I have to? Wow. Yeah, I'm on the update. Um, is it in the Notes app? How are we enabling this draw line? Is it in the Notes app? Preferences? Probably. Oh no, I don't have that. Let's look on the. I know I updated one of my devices. Maybe it's a Supernote or the Nomad. Oh, let's get to some more of these chats before I go in on that. Let's get to some more chats first. I'm going to try that though. Also, since you have the Go 10.3 out, is there a highlighter pen on the Go 10.3 while you are in the Notes app? Because I can't find it. Is there a highlighter pen? Yeah, there is a highlighter pen. It's right. It's this one right here. This is the highlighter, and let's see what they call it. They call it a marker. They call it the marker, but it's the highlighter because it just gives you shades. And that was for Mr. Media, Aaron. Mr. Mike, Ed, where can I find the course you are taking? When I search, I find a ton of different results. Rock says, Aaron, the highlighter is just another pen. You can add one just to keep it as a highlight. Yeah, it's called marker. Got it. I've been using the marker at the line with 20 using the lemon color. Same here. That's the same exact thing I do, Aaron. Rock says, yeah, I got you. The highlighter is called marker. The Rock says, funny that is on export and screen mirror. Lemon is crazy light. I've gone to aqua for highlighting. Yeah, I like the lemon. The lemon is what I use for highlighting too. You have to go into the eInk settings to make it, kind of visible. That's one of the reasons I love the Remarkable Paper Pro. Their highlighter is so highlighter looking till I want to use it to write on just to highlight because it looks so good. It is all there in the Supernote. Lau, right. Lasso tool is cumbersome for erasing. That's why I use the eraser on the back usually, unless it's a lot of things to erase at once. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I use the lasso tool like I would use the lasso erase anyway. So to me, it's the same. It's the same motion. Ed says lasso select gesture is king. Just retire the gesture hammer already. I have a Lamy and just press and hold the stroke erase or scribble out words well. Yeah, that's for the Go 10.3. That's what I do on the Go 10.3. I don't do the lasso select on the Go 10.3. If I want something, if the scribble is so good, the scribble is so good that I don't even use the undo button anymore on the Boox platform because it's so easy to just scribble something out like that and it's gone. There's no need to pick your pen up, go to the undo. Just I wrote something. I messed up. Okay, cool. Let me just get rid of that. It's perfect. It's perfect. I have a Lamy and just press it. Yep. It's only in beta and works with marker. Oh, so it's only in beta and it only works with the marker? Okay, let's check it out. Yeah, I don't think I have it. Oh, this device isn't in beta. I don't think. Yeah, okay. So, okay, I have it on the Nomad, but it's not, I didn't enable the Manta for beta. Oh, so let's check this out though. While we're on stream here, let's just go ahead and look at it. If you guys haven't seen this, this is the Supernote, their auto line strokes. Stroke to straight line conversion. Draw a relatively straight stroke and hold the pen still for 1 second to automatically convert it to a standard straight line. That's what I'm talking about for the highlighter. Doing it, holding it, and then you get some options to add it to a keyword. That would be marvelous. Here we go. Adjust length and angle. That's awesome. Drag the point to the straight line to any position on the current page to adjust its length and angle. Let's try it one more time. Drag the endpoint of the straight line to any position on the current page to adjust its length and angle. Horizontal shaping or snapping. When dragging the endpoint to the straight line close to the horizontal position, less than or greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to 5 degrees, it will automatically snap to a horizontal straight line. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Vertical snapping. When dragging the endpoint of a straight line close to a vertical position, less than or equal to 5 degrees, it will automatically snap to a vertical straight line. Same thing as horizontal. Endpoint snapping. When the endpoints of a newly drawn line or straight line approach the endpoints of an existing straight line, they will automatically snap into place. I think this is a lot to do. We're going to try it. When dragging the endpoint of the straight line close to a point or line on the template, it will automatically snap to the point or line. Okay, let's test this out. Oh, so now I can, okay. Will it snap to that? Oh, perfect. Oh. Can I manipulate it now, though? Nice. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I mean, it don't scale with the best brightness. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right. I just worry about making perfect shapes. I mean, I get this is just for lines, right? This is just a start for them, and they're probably going to add shapes later. But yeah. All right. Cool. Cool. I heard Penstar invented auto shape. They did. You're not joking. They did. They invented it. They definitely invented it. All right. What else we got here? What else we got here, chat? Welcome to anybody who's just joining us. We've just got done doing some testing on the new auto line function for the Supernote platform. We're learning some things. Let's get to the chat real quick. It works on all pens. Okay, cool. Email support and they will register your Supernote. Kit says he doesn't like the scribble because he doesn't just scribble out mistakes on paper like a child. What? What? What does that even mean? Rock says, I heard Kit say that. Sure, but I like the option. That's the silliest thing ever. That scribble is probably the best thing that the Boox platform has. You take that scribble away, my opinion of the Boox platform changes dramatically. Yeah, Mr. Mike says I use it all the time. Yeah, the scribbles made him upset. I heard Penstar invented auto shapes. Okay, we've gotten there. Oh, we are almost at the end of this. We almost got to the end of the chat. Look what's going on. I might get to the end. Does anyone know where there is so much ghosting on the Manta? There is. Did you say why? Anyone know where? Why maybe? The ghosting on the Manta compared to the Nomad is just insane. That's something I'm going to be honest with you guys. Ghosting is something I've noticed just get progressively worse on all of these devices. The Note Air 4C has worse ghosting than the Note Air 3C, in my opinion. I think the ghosting is, they're making concessions. I'm not sure what that's about. I thought it was just me. Is it just me, chat? Am I just noticing that? Nazoni says Penstar invented everything. Listen, Penstar is here to save the e-ink industry. Loud. Love how the date shows up on the upper right-hand corner of Supernote. Oh, this thing right here? That. I had to make that. So this is how I do my daily notes. I just put the date there and make that date a header. So when I go look, so when I go look at my headers, it's just dates. So, and that helps me with daily notes. What else we got here? If you are using the Manta, and the Nomad, does your work sync on both devices, or do you have to manually send files if you're using the Manta? Oh, Manta and the Nomad. All right. The syncing is not very good between the Manta and the Nomad. I won't lie to you. I don't even open the same notes on these two devices because it's so bad. I've learned to just use one device for some notes and use another device for other notes. It's just, unless I absolutely have to. I've maybe done it once or twice under like very strict controlled environments. Lau, yeah, that's a template. Yeah, that's a template, Lau. I just use I don't know what template that is. It's their weekly template or something like that. But I use it as my daily template. And like I said, I write the date into the date section they have there, and then I make it a header. Amanda, in my work, I do single line cross out for mistakes, but that's because I'm not allowed to erase at work. I wonder if that's what Kit means. It was a funny comment, though. That is a funny comment. You know what's funny? The Apple Newton handled erasing things the same way. You would scribble something to erase it, and it would make a sound after you did it, like if you were like blowing off eraser dust. So scribbling is the way. I think scribbling is the way to do it. We need more interactions with text in that way. This is so cool. This is the Newton made editing your handwritten notes awesome. This is one of the tools they had on the Newton. Just think about this, you guys. Just think about how cool this is. We gotta look at this Manta tear down before we get out of here. We got 10 minutes, so we go get this done real quick. All right, so the Newton would say, okay, you wrote down video. You wrote a lowercase v. You want it to be an uppercase V. I'm sorry, never mind. It wouldn't be handwriting. That was text notes. All right, so what it would allow you to do, anyway, say you wanted that note and the N and note to be uppercase. What the Newton would allow you to do is just draw a line going up through that N. The system would recognize that and then make whatever letter you drew a line through going up, uppercase letter. If you drew a line in that N going down, it would make that N a lowercase letter. If you put a caret in between two letters or two numbers or letters, it would put a space in between those two letters. We need gestures like that. Someone needs to bring that back. That's what we need. Did we get through with the chat? Kid also explained he didn't scribble because he's an artist. Ed's out. All right, peace out, Ed. Was Ed leaving? All right, peace out, Ed. Take care. I didn't even see that. See, I'm missing chats. Nizoni says, what is it? Coming from a family of artists, they don't scribble? Yeah, I don't know. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and finish this up here. We got that done. And I wanted to look at the Supernote teardown. You know what? We might have to look at that Supernote teardown tomorrow. We'll save that Supernote teardown for tomorrow. Did we even get to everything we needed to get to today? Let's see if we got to everything. We made sure we understood Mr. Media. Manta teardown. Yeah, that's the only thing we didn't get to. All right. We'll do the Manta teardown video tomorrow, you guys. I think that's going to be, I think we're going to talk about that. It might be a conversation. I said tomorrow. Whoa, tomorrow's Saturday. It's the Saturday stream tomorrow, everyone. So that's going to be in the evening. We got tomorrow's a Saturday stream. That's in the evening we're going to do 7 p.m. You know why we're doing 7 p.m.? Because the members chose it. Become a member. We got 2 new members that have signed up today. If you're thinking about supporting the channel, you like the content, join the membership, join the crew. We love new members here. We love new members. That's one of our favorite things. The members pick all kinds of stuff. So our 7 p.m. Saturday live stream, our 7 p.m. live stream is picked by members. I mean, if you're a member, you had a hand in picking that time, and it was overwhelming too. It was overwhelming. Yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow night is the weekend live stream. And I do that live stream for people who can't join during the weekday. I know I'm doing it during a weekday. Usually people are at work right now. So I appreciate anyone that is able to join. But we do the weekend as a end of the week recap for people who didn't join the weekday show. Come hang out, say hi. But yeah, we're going to do that then. And we'll also cover the Supernote takedown video, and definitely give me a thumbs up and if you like. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Have a good day, and until the next time we get together, take care, you guys. Peace.